y'all, it's Kira and welcome back to my channel as told by Kira. I'm back and I'm back with 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, y'all. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribed since day one. Like, I really appreciate y'all so much more than you can even know, and I have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up soon. And to the people who won my liquid lipstick giveaway, I tried to contact all of y'all, but I never got a response. So if you did win that, either hit me up in the comments, or if you didn't win it but you saw the video and you want to enter now because it's back open since I still have these lipsticks, definitely enter down below because I don't want them. Like, they're for y'all, they're not for me. So yeah, today I want to fulfill my promise of doing story times. Since I just hit 1,000 subscribers, I promised that I'd start doing story times. So this is my very first story time, and it is the story of how I got into Spelman College, or how I almost didn't get to Spelman. So yeah, y'all, this story pretty much starts my junior year of high school. I was not serious at all to applying to colleges until my junior year, and even then I wasn't that serious. I was just like, I think I want to go to college. My junior year of high school, I was living in Costa Rica with my mom and my younger sister. I was going to international school and I was in the IB program. And IB, if you don't know, it's kind of like every single class is AP class, so it counts as like AP credit. When I got there, I just started getting slightly serious about college, and it was only because one of my professors she was an artist, and she was telling me how she went to art school. So in my mind, I had a kind of slight idea of where I wanted to go. My options were pretty much Howard, Savannah College of Art and Design, Chicago Institute of Design, I think it's called, and Spelman. So obviously I chose Spelman, but yeah, y'all, I was really not that serious about the colleges I wanted to go to. And honestly, I didn't fully want to go to college. My main plan was to take a gap year with my best friend Costa Rica at the time, but we decided that we wanted to move to New York together, get an apartment, and become models. Y'all, I don't know. So obviously that didn't happen, but that was the main plan. And honestly, we were calling it a gap year, but we both pretty much knew that if we did go to New York, we became successful, we just wouldn't go to college, we would just be models. So I decided that I really did not want to stay in Costa Rica my senior year, because I decided I wanted like a normal high school experience, whatever that was. I went to private school all 3 years of high school. Up until then, I went to Woodward Academy for 2 years, and then I went to La Paz, which was in Costa Rica, and it was an IB school. But I was like, I want a regular, normal high school experience. I want to go to public school, I want to go to prom, I want to like go to homecoming, I want to go to football games, I want all of it. So that's what I decided I wanted, and that's what I was going to do. We get back to Georgia, and the school I was going to in Costa Rica was a year-round school. So it didn't end until like June or July. I was going to school all the way up until then. Then we get back to Georgia, and you know, school here starts at like August. So right after I got out of school there, I went to school like for senior year of high school. And it was going pretty good. I was having like a normal high school experience like I wanted. I just like did normal high school stuff. Everything was cool all the way up until second semester. And this whole time they were waiting for my transcripts from Costa Rica, because they still haven't sent them, because the mail takes so long to get through. So someone actually had to end up taking them on the plane to get them to me. But they were waiting for my transcript, and then second semester comes around. They finally get my transcripts. So I'm thinking everything's fine, until one day they call me down to the front office, and I'm like, okay, everybody knows like I'm quiet, do what I'm supposed to do, I don't get in fights. Like, why am I getting called down to the office? So everybody's like, okay, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. They bring me in a room with a group of kids. So these are just kids that I don't really know, but I've seen them around school. There's like these brothers who were there that everybody thought was cute, and like a couple other people. So we all sit down. They're pretty much like, well, we've reviewed y'all's grades, and it seems like y'all won't be graduating. And I'm just like, at that point, I had like a solid 3.0 GPA. Yeah, so like I was really confused. So then I went to ask like really what was going on, like why I was there, and they said that they reviewed my transcripts and they found out that I'm missing 2 classes that are required for DeKalb County graduation. And it's not like I'm missing 2 credits, but I took other classes that were required in Costa Rica, and they wouldn't let me transfer them out. So like I took psychology instead of US history because there was no English speaking class that was like US history. They pretty much made us go into those meetings every week, once a week for like up until May. So like we were supposed to tell our parents that we weren't graduating, that we weren't doing good, basically that we're just like not gonna graduate. And I'm kid you not, every single week, once a week, I would just go home and cry. So May comes around, I just sent out my college applications, and I think the only school that I sent my full application out to was Spelman, and I had to send it so late because I was waiting on my transcripts. But like my official transcripts, I was pretty much like, if I don't get into Spelman, then I'm gonna move to New York. May comes around and I sent out my application to Spelman, and I'm not hearing anything back from Spelman because I just sent it, but I'm also pretty worried because a lot of people are getting their acceptances and their rejection letters, and I'm just like, I haven't gotten either. Like, I don't know what's happening. So everything's going pretty decent. Like, I know I'm not about to walk at graduation, but I still know I'm gonna graduate by taking those classes in the summer. So I'm trying to get like still be involved in senior activities so I can still get my senior experience, because it's not like I was gonna repeat senior year. I'm going to the senior activities, I get my ticket for the end of year like lock-in. There's a lock-in that happens after graduation, so everybody graduated, and you know, lock-in tickets were $20, but it's supposed to be super worth it because like everybody's gonna be there and just stay up all night and pretty much talk. And I'm like, yes, like I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna finally talk to my crush, like it's gonna be so lit. So I paid for my ticket, all that. I show up to the lock-in and my mom's like, okay, I'm gonna see you right at home. Get up there and they're like, do you have your ID? I'm like, no, I don't drive, I don't have an ID. So she's like, okay, well, can you find yourself in the yearbook? I find myself in the yearbook. I point to her, I'm like, that's me, like, can you see, like, this me? And she's like, okay, cool. She checks my name against a list of people who are supposed to be allowed in the lock-in. And she's like, you're not on the list. And I'm like, I have a ticket here. And she was like, well, did you graduate? And I'm like, well, I didn't graduate, but I'm a senior. And I bought this $20 ticket, so you should let me in. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, hun. This is only for graduating seniors. And keep in mind, y'all, this is the same lady who, like, days before, she sold me the ticket. At that point, I'm just like, why wouldn't you just let me in? I know I'm not a graduating senior, but I'm about to graduate in a little bit. So basically they're like, this is for graduating seniors, and I'm like, okay. Go outside, call my mom, and wait for her to pick me up. And everybody's like, here, are you going in? And I'm like, no, I can't, I'm about to go home. Eventually I start crying, so people are like really concerned, and they're like, Kira, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, just I'm going home. Yeah, it was just like super embarrassing, and I'm like one of those type of people, when I get really mad, I start to cry. So I started crying because I was super mad. So eventually my mom comes to pick me up. She cusses out all the people inside, and yeah. Fast forward a couple of weeks, it's my birthday, and I'm hanging out with Nzali, my best friend. She already got her acceptance to Spelman. But I'm like, whatever, it's my birthday, I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna forget about everything. So we go out, we hang out with our friends, and I end up sleeping over in Nzali's house. Then in the morning, my dad calls me like, Kira, you got a package. I'm like, okay, like, why did you just call me for that? I'm about to be home in like 5 minutes. Because Nzali literally lives other side of the train tracks on the same street as me. I'm like, I'll be home in 5 minutes. Like, can you just tell me what it is or whatever? And he's like, no, you'll see it when you get here. My dad's being so nonchalant about it. I'm just like, whatever. I kind of just brushed it off. So then I finally get back home, and I look on my bed, and there is a Spelman Blue package on my bed, and I'm like, oh, they don't send you packages if you don't get in. So I'm super hyped already. I didn't even open the package up yet, but I open up the package and it's like, you got in, like, here's your ID number, go register for everything that you're supposed to register for. I'm so excited. Did not have housing, did not have any of that worked out, but I was just super happy just to get in. We paid our little deposit, and that whole summer I just went to my little online classes, just knowing that I was going to Spelman in the fall, and I would get my little last laugh against all the dumb people at my school for not letting me go to that little sleepover. So the whole summer I was working. I was like, yes, I'm going to Spelman in the fall. I got up every morning, went to my online classes. I was just like motivated by going to Spelman. So I went to the classes all the way up until like August, and then the classes were done for. So I ended up going to like the little fall graduation that they have for late graduates. And when I'm there, like, at that point I was just so happy. I'm like, oh, it's fine, everything's good, like everything worked out, we're good. And everything was good. The two cute boys from the little meetings who were there, they were in the little graduating class. And I got to sit right next to my little crush during the graduation. I was so hyped. My best friend came to my graduation. She brought me a little graduation gift, and we all went out to dinner. So literally the next day after graduation, I moved into Spelman, and that starts my entire Spelman experience, y'all. That's where it all started, like literally right after graduation, moved into my dorms. That is how I got into Spelman, or how I almost didn't get into Spelman. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more story times, make sure that you comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and vote in the poll. I'll put it up here somewhere so I can know what type of videos y'all like to see, really. I have a lot more story times about my entire college experience and how it went from there pretty much, but yeah, this is just the start of it. If you have any questions about getting to Spelman, or like Spelman questions, then definitely comment them down below, because I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in my next video.